what I am known for, and what I'm going to be known for, is that I help people overcome procrastination. Procrastination. And however, secretly, inside, what I actually do is that when people come in, I help them to transcend their likes and dislikes so that they don't ever procrastinate ever again. Now, transcending likes and dislikes doesn't necessarily mean you don't have likes or dislikes. That would be a pretty dry existence. It is just that you are not ruled, you're not governed, your decisions are not motivated by likes and dislikes. You're able to do whatever that's necessary in spite of what you like and what you don't like. I had a client recently who in our coaching conversation, she started off. She said that ever since we started, it's now been 2 months. She has lost 7 kilos of fat, 7 kilos, and over the last 2 weeks, she lost 2 kilos. But her goal when she started with me was not about losing weight. It was more towards finding the courage to run again, and we have successfully accomplished that goal within the first month. And now we're starting to accomplish other goals surrounding the topic of nutrition. So, and she was telling me all of that very excitedly, and as I continue to look at her like that, she's like, "Aren't you excited?" Well, so I explained to her. I said that outcomes are temporary, habits are slightly more long term. But what's going on here, and actually what's going on here, a little bit more long term than what's going on here. But what's going on here is the most profound transformation that we can ever hope to get. You see, what we get, what we have, comes from what we do, right? What we do. And what we do comes from what we think. What we think comes from what we feel. What we feel comes from what we see. So I said to her, I said that I'm quite happy with all progress. I'm quite happy that you lost 7 kilos. But what would make me even more happier is when you tell me there are specific things that you absolutely hate right now, that you know which is good for you. But when you do it, things started to shift. You started to fall in love with the things that you used to hate. I would be happy. And I said that. And what would make me even more happier is if one day you tell me, "Felix, I am happy." That is what I want for you, to be happy. If you can be happy every single day, I said to her, if you can be happy every single day without having to worry about your enemies, without having to worry about who might potentially cause you to lose face, if you can be happy even if you do lose face, if you can be happy no matter what comes to your life that happens to you, I will be happy. I'll be extremely, extremely happier than I am right now. I'll be much more grateful to hear all of that than any form of results, than any form of habit change, than any form of feeling change. I just want you to be unconditionally happy. And as she was hearing that, she was like, no, no, no. And it struck me as odd. Why is happiness such a weird thing? Why is happiness such a thing that feels so unattainable to people? I don't understand. Why must happiness be so unattainable? Why is it so weird to have happiness in life? So she said, "I believe life is meant to be painful." That's quite a tough existence to have to follow. My thought is, my stand on this is that life isn't meant to be painful. Pain is part of life, but pain is not all of life. I think that suffering is not necessarily. I think that pain is a necessity. It's a necessary part of life, but suffering is voluntary. I think that any one of us can choose to be happy or choose to suffer, and all it takes is just a change in the way we see things. We don't need a salvation. We don't need someone to come and save us. We don't need to go to 10,000 motivational seminars. We don't have to read 10,000 books. We don't have to do any of those things. We just need to realize that we are already happy. And that's it. That's all it takes. We are automatically happy. And I wish that more and more people would see that. Because when you are unconditionally happy, when you're happy no matter what, how can there be a large amount of time spent grieving about what you like and what you don't like, wishing for something that doesn't exist, hoping to go to heaven after you die? Why would that matter? If you are able to be happy even without having to do anything, if you can just sit and be happy without having to rely on drugs, alcohol, food, friendship, people, love, sex, substances, drugs, games, Netflix, if you can be happy without relying on any of these things, why would there be likes or dislikes? Why would likes and dislikes be a thing? Why would you then be a slave of what you like and what you don't like? Why would you then be procrastinating about things that you should be doing but you don't do? Because whether or not you do it or not, it makes no difference to you. You're just happy. You're just blissful all the time. And in fact, all of the greatest evils that happen in this world, all of the conflict that happen in this world, happen not because of evil men, but miserable men, miserable people. It is misery, it is suffering that creates more misery and more suffering, because when somebody is hurting and they are hurting so badly, they are willing to do whatever it takes to cure themselves, to heal themselves, to make themselves feel better. When somebody is in love, when somebody desires too badly of something, they are willing to do whatever it takes to get it, even if it means depriving someone else of what they love. The root cause of all suffering, all conflict, all so-called evil is not Satan, is not sin. It is simply men with good intentions, either for themselves or the people around them, for their country, for their religion. It is simply men with good intention. So with that, I stand firmly. I say that to learn how to be happy unconditionally is the single most important work that every single one of us need to do on ourselves. We need to learn how to be happy unconditionally. It is through this happiness that we are able to transcend likes and dislikes, do what is necessary, overcome procrastination, but it is also the same kind of happiness that allows us to become a magnet, to become a catalyst for the people around us who says, I want to be like this person. I want to be like you. Whoever you are that's watching right now, I can't tell who you are, but you're watching. You want to make sure that you're so happy that people look at you and they say, I want to be like you. I want to have what you're having. Please show me. Then there's no need to go around trying to convince people to join your company, your organization, to join your fitness methodology, to join your circles, to join your religion or anything like that. Anything that causes conflict, all of that would be completely extinguished in the face of happiness. And it's not a forced happiness, but it is a powerful happiness. It is the power of happiness. It is the kind of happiness that comes effortlessly, that nothing needs to be done, nowhere needs to be gone. You don't have to go anywhere, do anything, say anything, think anything, and you're just happy. And I think that is the most important job for ourselves and for the rest of the world. Your most sacred duty in this world, for this world and to this world, is to you yourself be happy. So I wish you be happy. Learn how to be happy unconditionally. And with that being said, that's all my sharing for today. Hope that was valuable to you. Type down something if you find that to be of value. If you want to learn if you want to learn more of this kind of stuff, if you want to interact with me, come to my weekly gathering. In my Facebook group, the link is right down there. Join my Facebook group. Come for my weekly gathering, and we will have honest, sincere, true conversations like this, and we can all learn together and grow together and be on this path to be happy together. And with that being said, I shall see you guys tomorrow morning. Same time. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay true. I shall see you soon.